Well, good morning, everybody. And today is April 8th, 2025. Got a little bit of updates today. Not a whole lot. So I guess kind of good news is no news is good news, right? So far with my dentures. Quick recap. I have 3 implant screws at the bottom, 4 on top. I'll be doing the snap-in dentures. Looks like it's going to be probably around my 6-month mark, which is going to be in about 4.5 months or so. I cannot wait. So, what have I learned so far? If I could kind of just grab everything that I've learned with these dentures so far, and I could go back and do it all over again. First of all, I would really stick to a liquid diet. I would have forced myself to eat, like drink my food, basically. Do the protein shakes, do the cottage cheese, mashed potatoes, all that. I started off right from out the door, very stubborn, and I tried eating pizza the very next day. I literally went and got some Dion's pizza, tried to chop it up. I did eat it, but I paid for it. I was in a lot of pain afterwards. And I've been doing that. I still eat my spicy foods. I made a video on my spicy tomato soup that my wife made me. It was really good, but I paid for it. The main things, other than that, as far as like between the relationship with the dentist to with me, I would make sure that when getting adjustments that they use whatever that paste that they use. My dentist did not use the white paste. There's a paste, it's a pressure paste. Basically, they just take it, kind of brushing it on to the dentures. Sorry, a friend of mine. And then they press it up to your gums, and then when they pull it off, they can see where it's pink, and then that's what they shape down. The one my dentist was using, I actually preferred a little bit more because I think it could not be mistaken if you accidentally press too hard. He used like a dye, and what he did is where he saw sore spots, he would mark it with dye, and then he would press the dentures up to it, and then that's where he filed it down. I did 3 adjustments where I just went in and they're like, where do you want us to do adjustments? And I thought that was the process. I didn't know anything about making markings, so I'd be like, hurts here, hurts there. And I ended up doing 3 adjustments, and I went about a good week with a decent amount of pain. It wasn't just ouch, uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. It's not normal to have dentures in your mouth. It's like having a mouth guard made of plastic in your mouth at all times. So right from the start, I had bad experiences with adjustments. When my dentist, he was out of town. When he came back into town, he used this paste, got rid of all the sore spots for the most part. I had a little bit of discomfort still because my gums are like healing daily, so they're constantly changing, and that's to be expected. I got my first reline. The first reline sucked, and that's actually my only reline. But it was a soft reline, and they said that it's going to smell like a nail salon, it's going to taste like a nail salon, and I underestimated it. I really did. It did, for well over a week. Sorry, my nose is bugging today. So it tasted like a nail salon 24/7. I went down to this juiced it up place, asked them to give me like the strongest flavor of smoothie they could give me. I asked for a shot of wheatgrass, thinking that would help get the taste out of my mouth. It did for 12 seconds, and then that taste was back 24/7. So that was kind of a crappy experience because I love tasting my food, but I hate tasting it with nail polish remover kind of smell to it. But I got my soft reline, and I remember Callan Jax, she made a video, and I want to say she was talking about the soft reline, or maybe it was just dentures in general, but she said it felt like hockey pucks in her mouth. Exactly. That, to the T, exactly what it felt like. Felt like, I was like, okay, you're exaggerating a tad. Hockey pucks in the mouth. It felt just like hockey pucks in my mouth. So kind of that's pretty much where I'm at as far as, and so I had my first reline. I did soak them a lot, trying to get rid of that taste, that smell. I put them in baking soda, I put in salt water, I rinsed and poured tons of water all over it, soaked them as long as I could, up to 6 to 7 hours. For me, nothing helped. They say the taste goes away in about a week, maybe a little bit more, and the taste is just slightly there still. And I'm going on 9 days, so 10 days or something like that. But at least it's kind of gone now. Adhesive. Let me talk about the adhesive real quick. So I've been bouncing around between Polygrip, the Max, the 12-hour Polygrip, has like the little lock on it, gold. That works really well. I haven't used it as much as I have used the Secure. For me, the Secure it works well. It really works well. I never had problems throughout the entire day with my dentures. And for the most part, I could eat with my dentures. I've gone out to eat with some family members. I had, eggplant parmesan. I've eaten gnocchi. I've eaten baked green beans. I could not do. I tried that, and that was it just wasn't happening. It was just too much pressure. Felt like pressure on the screws, kind of. Just feels real sharp when I bite into it. What else have I eaten that was really good? Of course, macaroni and cheese. Anything soft is obviously going to be easy. I tried Panda Express the other night, and that was just a failure. It was a total fail. I ate it. I ate all my food. Got some chow mein, and then the shrimp I did really good. The coconut shrimp, Panda Express. And then, yeah, I'm trying to think anything else. But as far as the adhesives go, I find it really is a hit or miss. And for me, what has worked really well, and you pay for it later because it sticks to your gums, the adhesives I've been using says, you put it however you want. I'm sure everybody puts it their own way. I did dots. I did little tiny strips. When I first started out and I had stitches at the bottom, I only put like 2 little dabs on the back. That was enough just to hold it in place for the day. Not enough to eat, but enough to hold it in for the day. I still have stitches on the roof of my mouth, so I'm only putting adhesives on the very top of the palate where there is no stitches. I've done little lines, I've done circles, little dots. I'm trying everything still. For me, I think the little dots actually really help out. I forgot who said it. Might have been Justin's Justin B, he might have mentioned the little dots. The one that did not work, it worked but not. I bought the C-Bond. I bought the C-Bond, just the tops. Well, the tops came in first and then the bottoms later. So I had to cut just a little template for the palette because I still have the stitches and I didn't want to use the C-Bond on my stitches. So I just put it just on my palette and it worked okay. I wouldn't eat with them. They're just good enough to hold in your mouth, especially if your dentures are loose and you got things to do. You got to go pay bills, you got to go to work. You're not going to eat, okay? And then I took the rest of the template that looked like a horseshoe now. I was like, hey, it looks just like the bottoms and actually fit almost perfectly. So I put it in the bottoms and it was just a total fail. 5 minutes into work, I could feel them sliding. It just felt like it was slippery. I tried to dry them off. I tried everything I could to make it happen. It was not happening at all. So I still use, today I used adhesive. I don't know why, but I use adhesive, not the C-Bond. But I think for me, C-Bond's not going to happen. Just doesn't. So, but secure, I swear by it. I know I keep saying, you know, unless they're going to throw me some cash, I'm not going to mention their product anymore. That's how good it is. It really works, though. It's a great product. So let me get some tea real quick. Oh, and FYI, if you're healing, tea is amazing. It's good for getting those blood clots, antioxidants, all the good stuff. Look it up. Good stuff. Tea is very good. It's nice. We went to a chocolate festival this last week. You know, and I was able to try everything. You know, for the most part, everything. I couldn't eat, like, they had other stuff like Heath bars and hard caramel that I couldn't do. But little pieces, little tiny pieces of chocolate I was able to eat. You know, just put it in my mouth, really got to taste it. So it was kind of a win there because I really had to slow down on my eating. And so I'm like really tasting this chocolate. My wife, I still need to get her back on this one. She gave me, I think it was a hard candy, and it just tasted like cloves. Which, by the way, if you get that soft reline and you have that flavor in your mouth, if you could find a candy that has clove flavor in it, do it. Also, too, if you have toothaches, you still have your teeth and your teeth are hurting, go get cloves and put it on your gums. It actually really helps. It's a natural remedy. It does help with toothaches to a degree. I've used it. It works great. So I can't think of a whole lot more. Right now, I think I hit that normalcy mark now. I could go a few hours now and not really put a lot of thought into my dentures. I still have the little bit of a whistle. I'm still trying to learn how to talk, and I get that whistle, which I have to kind of like open my mouth a little bit more than I normally would when I'm talking. So that's still learning curves, and I get reminded that I have dentures when that happens. Gosh, I am smiling so much more now. It's nice to be in public and not have to have that fear anymore. To be able to eat and not have that pain and wonder if you're having that cringe face, you know, when you eat in front of people and they're like, what, does he not like his food? You know, but being able to really be me. I'm an outgoing person. I love to smile. And when my teeth were really bad and rotten and breaking and chipping, it was really hard to want to show my teeth. And when people did look at my teeth, I was like, done. They're looking at my teeth. They think my teeth are horrible because they are. You know, I showed my boss my teeth because she goes, I can't even remember really what your teeth look like. And so I showed her a picture of them. And she was like, oh, wow, oh my God, that's you know, they were bad. So I'm not going to go parading them. But I do want to let everybody know that it has been a rough journey. It's been challenging. And, okay, if I could get one real quick, I will. I know it's blurry, but they were bad. They were really bad. Why are all these blurry? There we go. Oh, I know. Angry dog look. So, but yeah, they were crooked. They were stained. They had plaque. They had tartar. They had just, they were bad. You know, I would look at the teeth and be like, dude, seriously? So, yeah, that's as far as much of an update that I have right now. I will try to keep you up to date. I have another appointment coming up on the 15th. I was able to, my wife got her teeth done, just basic cleaning. Actually, it was a deep clean, so she's kind of sore today. And I told her, I was like, I know how you feel, and literally. So she had hers done, and while I was there, I tried to make an appointment to get another adjustment because I had some pressure points. She really did a good job this time. They didn't use the paste, they didn't use the stain or anything like that, which I really get bugged when they don't. But this time, at least they got everything that I needed done. It worked out. It happened. So I don't know if I'm learning and explaining it better, or it's just whatever. So it worked out. It was a little long on the back, even up front. You know, there I just had my spots, and now I could throw my dentures in and do my bite down thing, get them in place, and I'm like, with adhesive. Without adhesive right now, my dentures will be all over my mouth. I take a drink of anything, all over my mouth. When I'm talking, my tops fall out, you know, so literally gravity is just dropping them. So they don't even have suction anymore enough to hold. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and end with that. Sorry about the long video. I really wanted to get as much that has been going on without having to make a bunch of videos on every little thing that comes up. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments. You know, I'm not huge on, you know, oh, like, subscribe, follow, any of that stuff. You know, but I mean, you know, if you want to, that'd be cool. Because it at least lets me, I'm not looking for 1 million followers. I'm just looking to see if people are actually interested, or if I'm just wasting my time, or you know, I just make really bad videos, which I know I don't make the greatest. So I'm really hoping that these videos do help some people, at least a couple people. One person would be great. I'd appreciate any feedback. If I'm just absolutely boring and be like, dude, just go with shorts, let me know. I will take any advice that's legit advice possible. So I have plenty I want to talk about, but I just gotta get going. So any of my other videos that's not per se marked dentures is probably just gonna be a bunch of other BS. If you're interested in that too, check it out. So have a good day, and denture on, my friends.